I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen. Italy meets France. That's right. Chianti poached pears with a creme anglaise. It sounds like exotic. It sounds so delicious. It's not hard to prepare. Just watch me. First of all, we need some Chianti. Red wine will do, so you don't have to do all the Chianti. And I'm telling you something, I don't throw my Chianti away. We'll talk about that. Of course, we need to add some of our mulling spices. So I have a little bit of clove here. I have some star anise. Now, some people like to break the star anise up. Don't worry about it. And we're not going to use it again, but I just leave my mulling spices in there. Nutmeg. Do we grate it or do we do it whole? We just do it whole because we don't want any, I don't like little things floating at all. That's okay, just like that. Cardamom. Now, some people like to break this up. Some chefs do. This is just perfect. Oh my gosh, the flavor. So we've made our own mulling spices, but one thing we really need, the cinnamon sticks. This just kind of like puts the icing on the cake. That's it right there. Now, to that we'll add some brown sugar. And we'll get an orange. Now, this is just something I love to do. The juice of an orange, but watch what else I do. First of all, we'll get all the juice we can out of this. Kind of, really get our money's worth. But then, and this is already starting to boil. This is good. I wish you were here right now. You could smell it. Oh, my gosh. But watch this. I put the whole half orange right in there. The whole orange I'll eventually put in there. And then we'll give this all a nice stir. And that is it. We'll set this aside and let that go, okay? I'll just grab my spoon here. Give this a quick stir. And we'll let that come to a nice boil. In the meantime, let's peel some pears and put them in some water, okay? So what do we do with these pears? Well, I love the pears, of course, with a nice long stem. They just look absolutely beautiful. Okay, now we're going to need some lemon juice because some of these pears, don't worry about it. They're a little ripe. You want a firm pear, that's okay. Now this doesn't take long at all. Come on. And while we're talking about pears, do you want a Basque pear? Do you want a d'Anjou pear? That's up to you. Flavor-wise, what do you have available? What do you want to buy in the store? And there we go. That's it. Nothing to this at all. Come on, this is the easy part of this recipe. Beautiful, just like that. We'll put it in our bowl, and of course, we'll put a little bit of lemon juice on that. Again, I use the whole lemon and just add some water now to this and just let it sit. This way it's not going to turn colors on us. So our mulling spices are going, and you can really smell them in the kitchen here. Look at that, just what I want. And of course, we're going to put our pears right in there. You see why I like those stems? Not only do they look great, but also they help you work in and out of the Chianti. Put that just like that. Put this lid on there and just let it go. And then, one already fell over, and that's what we want. So we'll kind of turn them in just a second here. But in the meantime, let's make our creme anglaise while that is cooking. So one other note now. Remember I told you about the wine. I don't throw the wine away. No. That wine is now served after dinner with the pears and a little port glass. And you have a mulled wine. Maybe put a little cider in there or something. Maybe some apples. I'm telling you, you're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy this dish. But let's make that creme anglaise. So when we talk about creme anglaise, what is it? Well, English cream, doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to prepare this. My favorite way is just to start off very, very basic. We have some heavy cream. We'll put this in here. Heat. Of course, a little bit of milk. And then our sugar. Notice my vanilla pod. We're not going to do anything with that vanilla, believe me. And of course, we're not going to throw that vanilla away. No way. That's right. We're going to use this vanilla. So get this vanilla, get your knife, go right down, and then smash it, and just pull all those beans right out of it. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like mud. I tell people that, come on, you never throw this away. But this is just the beginning. Clean our knife up in there, that's good. And then we'll get this and we'll put this back in the sugar to give our sugar flavor. So we don't throw it away. Some people just like to boil it right in there. That's up to you. We'll set that aside. We'll give this a quick stir. In the meantime, while that's stirring, I have my eggs. So 6 egg yolks. This is going to come to a boil here. In the meantime, while that is boiling, let's get these egg yolks whisked very quickly. And then we'll add some of this creme, the milk and cream mixture, to the eggs, and then we'll put that back in here. It's simple, it's easy, and it's delicious. While the pears are poaching, I'm going to go and kind of disturb them a little bit. Oh yeah, I want to kind of turn them. Look at the color already, they're picking up. Look at this, you can just kind of see already. So now we'll give them a quick turn. Oh yeah, and let's let them sit in there. Okay, I told you I'm not throwing that Chianti away, we're going to drink it, but the more Chianti in there, the better off we are. And I'm not talking about going out and buying a $50, $60 bottle of Chianti. Just buy a nice, reasonable Chianti, because we are cooking with it, we're adding sugar and everything. Now, we talk about how this recipe came about. A lot of people say it came from France, of course, that they would poach the pears in port. That's another good thing. Or maybe Cabernet. That's up to you. I've combined both for a great and simple dish. What else do we want to do? Well, you may want to put a little orange rind in there, a little lemon rind. I love adding citrus to my dishes. Any other spices? I don't think so. I've seen people recently, chefs recently, put a little red pepper in there, some kind of a hot pepper in there. That's unique. And as a thickening agent, if you want it a little thicker, always think about adding honey. That's right. So I added the brown sugar. Pretty heavy amount of brown sugar, but adding a little bit of honey will not only thicken it, it'll give it some, almost like a nice little texture, not a creamy texture, but a nice glossy texture, and that great flavor of honey. All right, while this is coming to a boil here now, and we're just about there. Oh yeah. At this point, we're going to take some of our creme, and you see how I'm doing this? This way we don't scramble the eggs any. And then we will put back on the stove. And here we go. How about that? Simple, huh? A perfect creme anglaise. Again, I don't take my eyes off of this, and this hand keeps going. I'm stirring because I want a perfect sauce for you to put your pears on. Those pears are poaching, my creme anglaise is going, and we're about ready to take everything off the stove, let it cool, and then we'll plate it. All right, we've poached our pears. We let them chill. You can do them warm, it's up to you. I've made my creme anglaise. I've let it come to room temperature. You can chill it, whatever you'd like to do. I like it chilled sometimes. Sometimes I get in a little trouble and just start eating the creme anglaise by itself. But let's get our creme anglaise. Put it right on the bottom here. Oh yeah, I probably used too much. It doesn't matter. And then we get our poached pear. Pick out whichever one you want, with these nice, beautiful stems. It's up to you. You're going to have your family, your friends. Kind of drain a little bit of that liquid off of there. That's why I put it on the plate beforehand. Place it right on top, just like that. Look at this. You can drizzle something else on here. I don't know, caramel sauce, maybe a little bit of powdered sugar. Put a few cloves on the plate, maybe a mint leaf. That's it. Keep it simple. It's delicious. It's easy. Along with a glass of our leftover Chianti. Of course, we now have it mold. I could smell it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste it. I can't wait to enjoy this. I can't wait for you to enjoy it. This is something I would be proud to serve my family and friends, and something I would even serve at my restaurant. Poached Chianti pears, of course, in that Creme Anglaise sauce. So delicious. Italy meets France. It doesn't get any better. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.